Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. In the wake of the massacre at Tree of Life Synagogue in Pennsylvania this weekend, waged by a deranged killer who said all Jews must die, the Women's March is trying to blame President Trump. Linda Sarsour, Miss There Is Nothing Creepier Than Zionism, is pretending she's against anti-Semitism. That's wonderful. Now start by disavowing the co-founder of your organization, the Women's March, Razmea O'Day, a convicted murderer. Guess who O'Day murdered? Jewish students, because they were Jewish in Israel. She bombed them. If you want to disavow anti-Semitism, start by disavowing the co-chair of your Women's March, Tamika Mallory, for applauding radical hate preacher Louis Farrakhan, who blamed the 9/11 terror attacks on evil Jews, who calls Jews Satan, who says Jews are his enemy, who said Adolf Hitler, who killed 6 million Jews, was a very great man, and just last week said Jews are termites. If you want to disavow anti-Semitism, why don't you ask President Obama why he entered the Iran deal with a nation whose stated goal is to create a nuclear weapon to wipe Israel off the face of the earth? A deal, by the way, that made it easier for Iran to hide their nuclear ambitions from international inspectors. If you want to disavow anti-Semitism, why don't you tell liberal college students across the country to knock it off with the BDS activism? BDS stands for Boycott, Divest, and Sanction, and the goal of the BDS movement is to boycott, divest, and sanction Israel because they don't want Israel, the Jewish state, to exist. If you want to disavow anti-Semitism, why don't you tell Students for Palestine groups that if they want to protect the innocent Palestinian people, then condemn Hamas and Hezbollah and Mahmoud Abbas for putting innocent Palestinian people in danger, instead of blaming Israel for defending herself? It's Palestinian terrorists who use children as human shields and hide bombs and rockets in schools and hospitals, not Israel. If you want to disavow anti-Semitism, why on earth would you protest President Trump, the most pro-Israel, pro-Jewish president in modern history? President Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital, which liberals did not do. President Trump arrested and deported a Nazi war criminal hiding in America, which liberals did not do, and by the way, barely covered on the news when Trump did it. President Trump cut $200 million in aid to the Palestinian Authority, who pays terrorists to kill Jews and Israelis. President Trump's administration reopened a federal lawsuit on behalf of a Jewish group who claimed a public university was creating a hostile environment for Jewish students. That case was originally closed by President Obama. Not to mention the fact that President Trump's administration actually defends Israel at the United Nations, which liberals never did. But I never saw you outside the Obama White House to protest anti-Semitism then. It's almost as if you don't care about anti-Semitism. You're just using this as a reason to resist Trump. That's disgusting. And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.